Welcome. Today we have Rothi, Myddrin, Apkallu with us. We're going to talk about your new series of lectures today. So I'm pretty excited about that. Why don't you go and tell everybody about yourself?
Well, I've never really followed the conventional path. I've always marched to the beat of my own drum. When I was a teenager, I was adopted into the Ojibwa tribe and trained to work with spirits and entities and things like that from a native perspective. I've studied Eastern and Western philosophy for as long as I've been able to read. I've studied martial arts. I've dove deep into the occult and esoteric teachings and kind of developed and evolved into my own path.
Yeah, I mean, even to your amazing sustainable off-grid living.
Very much. Even my day-to-day life is definitely not following the conventional modality. I mean, I live on 85 acres of off-grid land that's in Colorado, and I struggle every day.
One second, I just lost audio. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got somebody that called in. I texted him back and told him
Okay.
I can't talk now.
Okay, I thought the problem was on my end. Okay.
No, on my end.
Okay. No worries. Technical difficulties there. Since I wasn't saying anything, I didn't hear anything, so I just assumed it was my audio that cut out. We missed a little bit when you were going into that, but one of the most amazing things is your house that you've built with mostly recycled materials and earth. It looks like something walking into something hundreds of years ago. His amazing house he built out of sandbags and plastered with mud, and it looks amazing.
I have a friend of mine that kind of describes it as like walking into the never ending story.
Yeah, it's an amazing, just the shapes and it looks like a wizard's lair. It's amazing. So your upcoming series of lectures, I didn't even really get to talk to you fully about it. We just kind of touched base lightly. So perfect. Go ahead and explain some of the amazing lost information that you're going to include in it.
Well, I'm going to be starting with the earliest recorded, or at least proclaimed earliest recorded teachings there are. That is the stories of the Emerald Head and Atlanteans that come from 36,000 BC. And Thoth is people of the Great Pyramid and is the and guess this be
You're breaking up. Is there?
more accurately.
We're only getting about every fifth word there. Um, is there any way you can tweak your reception there?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
If we're in reception, is
Okay. Yeah, I know we've
maybe
gotten
try
good
it on a
research.
different day. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I know we've gotten good reception there in the past, so I'm surprised it's a little bit less than what it could be.
Yeah, it might be better outside, but it's starting to cool off. So I went inside, which is probably part of the reason.
Oh, okay, yeah, you might have a tin roof or something.
Plus the iron in the clay and whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that as well. So, oh, it seems better now. I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Uh,
Can you hear me now? All right.
yeah, oh yeah, you sound fine now. You must have worked some of your
Okay.
technomancy skills.
So, in essence, I start with the teachings of Thoth, the Emerald Tablets, and the Hermetic Code. The Emerald Tablets are basically the Bible of creation as told by Thoth, supposedly from 36,000 BC Atlantis. And it will not just be a retelling of the story that's been told thousands of times before, but I will actually be looking into and analyzing it much more along the lines of like a biblical concordance of sorts.
Very nice. So, will you
From there, we
be?
will be going into the Hermetic Code, which is basically the laws of the universe, the laws of creation, the laws of existence. And everything that is, was, and ever will be is in concordance with the Hermetic Code.
Very
And
nice.
we'll be going in depth into that. From there, we'll be moving forward to 100 BC and delving deep into the Stoic principles and Stoicism, which is a ancient and timeless philosophy for living, which is much more honorable and respectful than most other teachings that have been since then, including most religious doctrines. And that will be into the Gnostic teachings, which is from 100 AD, and that will conclude with a very in-depth study of the Nag Hammadi, which is a biblical reference written by the Gnostics in the year 100 150, around that timeline, that included much of the lost books of the Bible and the books that were removed from the Bible many years later.
Yeah. Unfortunately, most of the information got censored out. There's so much more information that we are not
Exactly.
allowed access to. And so here's something I have a
Yeah.
question about. So when you're talking about Atlantis and some of these ancient societies, are you going to toss in any information that you recall potentially from past lives, or
Quite
crossing over to the
possibly.
Akashic?
It very much very much will likely include that. It will also include probably live discussion sessions and things like that. So in conversations, that it certainly is something that I would be open to discussing and sharing information and tapping in and revealing what I can.
Yeah, I mean, we've done that a lot when we've been talking about topics in the past. We just start tapping in and start extracting information. It's pretty amazing what we can do. Just by focusing on it, you
We've
can
gone deep down the
go
rabbit hole.
deeper. Oh yes, we have. Yeah, I find when I'm doing classes, taking questions brings out so many answers. You know, if people ask, a question comes, and typically it's coming from deep within the subconscious, superconscious, and then that connects to any of the information out there in the ethers and the akashic.
Well, and there's a lot of misinterpretation and representation over the Akash and the aspects like that as well. That also be to a degree in the Atlantean teachings, because the Halls of Amente is the Akashic Library, and the story is from the Halls of Pyramid Cheops. And deeply within the Halls of Amente is the gateway to the underworld, where the souls move on and pass on after they die.
That's pretty amazing. And they're finding
a
out.
lot of that information is not talked about.
What was that last thing? Either someone's blocking that out, or you just broke up.
A lot of that is not talked about. There's also a library that nobody talks about, nobody has access to, unless you're already there and able to go there for remote viewing. And the Egyptians have blocked off anyone from digging there, but there is a library that is under the paws of the Great Sphinx.
Yes, I've heard of that.
And that's all blocked off. Nobody can go there. Nobody can dig there. They're not allowing any archaeological permits, anything. They've verified that there's an open building there, but they have no idea what's in it. And they have done no research to find out.
Oh, they have. They just haven't shared their findings.
They haven't, because they're not at a level where they are allowed to relieve it yet.
Well, I mean, they have an idea of the contents and everything. But yeah, so you're saying that it is probably vibrationally locked, so those who do not have a high enough vibration can't access it?
It's kind of like you have to be at a certain frequency.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What about, I heard the Romanian Sphinx has a similar library. How much do you know about that?
Libraries, especially ancient civilizations and ancient cultures.
Yeah. Oh, if we're missing what you're saying now. It sound cut out. The sound cut out again. Oh, I bet he got a phone call again. Let's see if anybody's on. Comments. Is anybody commenting? No comments yet. If you have any questions, feel free to jump on and say hi. Let us know. Ask any questions you have. So we're planning on doing this, hopefully with less technical difficulty next time. But we're hoping to go live again, answering questions, going into a lot of different topics. And I can still see he's on a phone call. So is anybody watching? Any questions? Okay, I think he's back with us. Okay, are you back now?
I don't even know.
What's happening?
Oh, crazy people problems.
Yeah. When you can help people that need help tend to find you. Working in this field long enough, you'll find that out. if you can help people.
And I am in the position of serving on the Watchers Council, which means that the craziest of the crazy are sent to me to be evaluated.
Yeah. And you found quite a few of them.
They found me. Believe me, I didn't look.
So you are in this amazing area over there. I love going to your land. I feel like I can sit and be still. It is one of the stillest, most calm. The wind could be whipping, but it still is calm. Energetically, it just has this amazing, peaceful environment there.
It definitely has a different feel than anywhere else. Even the cities that are near it don't have the tranquility that it has here.
Yeah, there's just something about it. It's a very high silica quartz sand, right? So and gold. There's a lot of gold from the mountains, so that's probably
Gold and silver
microparticles
both,
there.
high concentration.
Yeah. So that raises the vibration of the land then, and makes it just this amazing place there. And you've done your best to anchor energies there as well. You definitely work with your land and set the energy up the way you want it.
It's a work in progress. Everything is.
Yeah.
And as the crazy people come and go, it requires more work. But,
There's that. Well, with any luck, we'll get my RV out there and maybe we can figure out how to run some retreats out of there.
I
Being in
definitely
Colorado,
want to do some retreats here. I want to do also evolve things into setting up like a spiritual resort area.
yeah. You can see Great Sand Dune National Park from where you're at. So it's this amazing location. And being at Colorado, anything goes. All psychedelics are now legal there. So for doing journey work or addiction treatment with iboga, there's a lot of possibilities there.
Very much so, yeah. There is definitely a lot of open doorways that are not available other places.
That as well, energetically too. Yeah.
Yeah, literally and figuratively both.
Yeah. Okay, well, now that we got you working, is anybody watching? Does anyone want to comment, ask any questions? Want any more information? Not seeing any comments pop up. Anything you want to say, or we can wrap up for this one?
Let's wrap up for now. Let's try to keep things consistent and do it like once a week or every other week or something like that, just so that we can gradually build momentum and figure out what time works best so that we can schedule something in so that people know when to expect us.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy this. I'm looking forward to all of his offerings. So, until next time, love and light.
Take care, all.